Yoo-hoo! Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. It is so exciting to come at you. It's actually been quite a while since I've jumped on and done a live. Had a lot going on over here. I'm really excited about this. Today we are talking to John from a company called Wizebank, all the way over in Vancouver. For those people on the same side as the world as me over here in Australia. So how cool is this? We've got two sides of the world going on. John, I'm so excited about this. So we came across each other in the Thinkific community, where you've been doing some incredible partnership work with them, and of course lots of other online course platforms that you're working with at the moment. I know that you're going to tell us a lot about what Wizebank actually is. What is it? What does it do? In short, it's a free tool, and I'm really excited about this. And I really want to know how it's free. It's a free tool that is really going to help anyone who has an online business or sells anything online, particularly if you're in the education-based business market, you're selling courses, you're selling any kind of information, digital kind of education products. It is going to be something that you're definitely going to want to try out. So hi, John. Great to have you here.
Sarah, thanks so much for having me. Appreciate it.
I'm so excited. So what is Wizebank? What is it and how does it work and who is it for?
Yeah, absolutely. I think you did a great job of just explaining at a high level what Wizebank is. So Wizebank at the core, it's a free all-in-one analytics solution specifically designed for course creators. One of the things that we have recognized over the past few years, just with working with so many different creators in the Thinkific ecosystem, is the kind of dominant usage of spreadsheets to manage and operate the business. There's so many different tools and solutions that people are using, and they're using spreadsheets to get a holistic view of their business, to understand all the different moving parts of their business.
Super time intensive.
Exactly. And I think part of it is that Wizebank, at its core, is we want to focus on the back office administrative tasks that creators are focusing and spending time on. We want to take all that burden off of them so that they can focus on doing what they love and what they do best, which is building content, building great learning experiences for their students. And we want to take care of all the other back-end complexity with our solution.
Right. So sounds a little bit complicated, but it's not. So basically, guys, what we're looking at here is it's an analytics tool. So for those of you who are using things like Google Analytics at the moment, that tells you stuff like how many people are visiting your website, how old they are, where they live, what their socioeconomic background is, how much money they earn, how many kids they've got, how many times they've been married, all that kind of stuff, right? But really what comes down to critical data that we must be looking at as business owners are the more data analytics around what are our conversion rates. So, if we're doing marketing, whether that's paid marketing or whether we're doing organic marketing and we're sending people to the landing pages of our courses, of our webinars, of our online programs, our coaching programs, we really do want to know whether we have a high conversion rate or a low conversion rate on that. So for those of you who this analytics stuff is new to, don't freak out. It's something you do get used to. But let's say, you send 100 people to your page. Let's say through paid advertising, 100 people go and check out your course. But only 2 people buy it. And that's telling us you've got a 2% conversion rate, and that's not as high as it could be. I'd like to think that, we'd be getting a much higher conversion rate than that. So if I was looking at my business and I was seeing a conversion rate of 2% or a client that was getting that, we'd be saying things like, perhaps we need to change your landing page. Perhaps it's the design of your landing page. Maybe it's the copy, the written copy on your landing page that isn't converting people to buying the course from just viewing it. There could be lots of other factors indeed, but that data is critical because it shows us that something's not working. It shows us that something isn't converting those people from a visitor into a buyer. We also want to be looking at things like how much money are we actually making versus how much we're spending, right? And there's lots of other data we want to be looking at. I personally love a bit of data. I think it is really good for showing us our milestones, our progression. I've just had a really exciting one, John. I've just hit this last couple of weeks, my 100,000 student enrollment mark.
Wow, amazing.
So
congrats.
I'm feeling very proud. Yes. And through, you know, collecting this data at the end of every month. We go through and look at it, and it's just so great for helping you see where you've got to grow, where you've got to work harder, but also that sense of achievement. When you see those numbers, data doesn't lie.
Yeah.
And so this is why, John, I would love you, if you can, give us a screen share, a little bit of a demo, and take a look at what Wizebank, what kind of data does it give us? What kind of information does it collect, and therefore how it can help us?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a great point. I'll share my screen real quick. But even before I do that, Sarah, you mentioned a really good point about data. I think one of the things that we've seen with so many of our users is that before they've come to Wizebank, they can just be inundated with so many different KPIs and metrics that they're tracking. I think the most important thing to understand when it comes to data analytics, especially as it relates to building your course business, is that data is just a guide for you. You want to be able to use data to understand how you should be spending your time, your energy, and your resources. That is all it is. You know, when you look at revenue is a great indicator of how all the other moving parts of your business are coming together. But it's some of these key pieces, like you mentioned, like conversion rates and email opt-in rates, that can really kind of break down your business into individual components. And you can start to pinpoint issues along that kind of marketing funnel, so that you can optimize that and have more students over time and build great learning experiences. So I think that's a really, really great point. So why don't I go ahead and share my screen here?
Can't wait.
Perfect. Sarah, do you see my screen?
I do, and I'm just going to give you permission to add that to the stream there. So we've got a nice big picture. Lovely.
Amazing. So it's coming in clear?
Perfect.
Amazing. So this is Wizebank. This is our dashboard today. I will walk you through each of the dashboards that we have at the moment and all the integrations that we have. So at the core, from an integration standpoint, one of the things we want to do was we want course creators to have all their analytics in one place. So if you're using Thinkific, we integrate with Thinkific. We integrate with payment processors like Stripe and PayPal, email marketing platforms. Think about ESPs like MailChimp, ActiveCampaign, ConvertKit, and of course, Google Analytics for website traffic.
Amazing. Can I just touch on that again? That is so cool. So hang on a minute. You're telling me that I can literally have my Google Analytics, my Thinkific pages, my Stripe, my PayPal, and my ActiveCampaign data all in one place?
Exactly.
Oh my God. That is cool.
Yes, it's your entire course business in one place. That is what we're trying to do here. We want to remove any complexity as far as going into one application or another, trying to get insights from two different applications. We want to make it really easy to have a grasp on the numbers that matter for your business. So right now, these are the integrations that we have in place, but the metrics and the insights that we can start to deliver over time can start to really be very interesting and compelling for course creators as they double click on the most important areas of their business to optimize their funnel, to generate more sales, to improve the student experience across the board. So having all that data in one place that you can go to and be confident that these are the metrics that are guiding my business, and that helps inform my decisions as far as what I will do on a day-to-day basis to improve my overall business. So kicking it off here, we went through the, excuse me, we went through the integration side of things. So this is the dashboard today. On the left-hand side, we have overview. So think about this as your executive dashboard. These are the high-level KPIs and metrics that we believe are really important for creators to be looking at on a pretty frequent basis. Think about like a daily basis, checking in, seeing the health of your business over time. So right now, this is for last year, the entire 2020 calendar year. And we can see our insights across revenue, total subscribers, our conversion rate, and our customers. So starting with revenue, one of the things that I think is really important is that we hook up into Thinkific. So if you are using Thinkific's checkout and selling online courses through Thinkific, we're going to capture that through our integration with Thinkific. But for those that aren't using Thinkific, or you might sell additional products outside of Thinkific, because we hook up into the payment processors, so Stripe and PayPal, we're able to aggregate all your revenue and customer data across all your different checkout solutions if you're using one or more. So this is a rolled up version of your revenue and your customer data, simply because we integrate with your payment processor as well.
Amazing.
On top of that, we have total subscribers, very similar to what you would see in your email marketing platform, showing you your email list over time and how it's growing. One of the things that I would highlight here is that within each metric that we have, where applicable, we're going to have a benchmark that you can see in the top right-hand side. And this is represented with an emoji for the time being. The way this works is that we have many users that leverage Wizebank to deliver all their analytics in one place. We're able to create anonymized industry benchmarks that make it really easy for you to put your numbers into context. So what is a good conversion rate? For example, Sarah actually just mentioned a conversion rate of 2%. You know, it's okay, it's good, but it's not great. Maybe there's room to optimize there. We can actually confirm this by looking at our benchmark here, where an average conversion rate is between 1 and 2.5%. That's what we're seeing on our platform. These are other course creators on Thinkific, Kajabi, Teachable. These are the metrics that we're seeing. And this is what it takes to improve. If you want to be in the strong camp, 2.5% is really good. If you want to be exceptional, it's 5% higher. And that's what we're seeing across the board. So at the very least, one of the biggest things that we try to do is show you the numbers, but show you why those numbers matter and how you stack up so that you know where you have room to improve.
Awesome. I think that's something that people are going to find really, really helpful, especially people that are newer in the industry. They're just creating their first ever programs. I think it's really helpful for people to kind of get that idea as to where their conversion rate or their opt-in numbers are comparing in that general industry, because you don't know when you're just beginning, do you? And I think a lot of people go out there and they think, if I'm not getting 100% conversion rate, I'm doing something wrong. And actually, you need a pretty good pat on the back if you're selling at all, by the way. But
exactly.
It's quite reassuring to see that is actual data coming from the industry. So yeah, that's brilliant. What a great feature.
Absolutely. So going on, we have conversion rate. So this really combines almost every integration that we have today. We have your unique visits coming from Google Analytics over the calendar year. So we can see how many people came to your website and were actually engaged in the content that you had there. We can see how many of those people actually became leads in your email marketing platform, in your MailChimp, ActiveCampaign, ConvertKit. And then we can see how many of those leads actually became customers. And we can start to track not just the email opt-in rate, but the lead conversion rate, showing you how high quality your leads are and the likelihood of those leads actually becoming customers and then repeat customers down the line. Being able to see this purchase funnel at a very high level, again, this is one aspect of being able to see the numbers that run your business and understanding where you're strong and where you have room to improve.
This is amazing. And John, I just still can't quite believe that this is free. It's just so clever. So like how, and anyone who's jumped in, this with Wizebank, this is a completely free tool. How do you get to create something so fantastic and provide it free of charge to the course creation community?
Yeah, I think it's a really good question. I think it comes down to my background in this space. So my background's entirely in early stage technology investments. So over the last 4 or 5 years, I've been working at a number of early stage venture capital firms across Canada. And one of the companies that I had the pleasure and opportunity of working closely with was Thinkific, when Thinkific was just 5 people, growing really rapidly. So I've really been immersed in this entire ecosystem from very early days. So one of the things that I've noticed, especially over the last few years, is this challenge around spreadsheets. One of the things that is really core to our belief with Wizebank is that we don't just want to build an analytics solution. We want to build an entire suite of software and financial products that can help course creators better build, manage, and grow their business. Analytics is a foundational piece to build a great business. if you don't have the numbers at your fingertips to help guide you on your day-to-day endeavors with your course business, it's really hard for you to build an exceptional business that you can look back on and be very proud of. So we look at this as effectively our way of delivering value to the broader course creator community, with the realization that over time, we will build high value and premium products, both software and financial based, that, you know, if we build that trust as a trusted business partner for course creators, that they can know that future products that we release are going to be of high quality and deliver exceptional value. So we look at this as a very long-term investment for us. And we couldn't think about a better product to deliver for free that a lot of people can get a lot of value out of from day one.
A highly spectacular lead magnet. I like it. I always say to my students, create something absolutely amazing that your students love and that's really going to help them for free. And then anything else you create later that's paid, people are going to throw money at you. Absolute perfect example right here. Take my money. This is so good. Absolutely incredible. We've had a couple of comments pop up on the chat box, by the way, John, just saying amazing. Wow, this is cool. Fantastic program.
That's awesome.
So, people are loving it already. I can't wait to get it connected.
I'm really glad. I'm really glad. And if you guys actually love it, you know, you can always go to our website. Our website, you can actually sign up for the application. If you use the Thinkific App Store, you can find it in the App Store. I think it's apps.thinkific.com, and you can find Wizebank there. Alternatively, you can even go to our website. So it's app.wizebank.co. So that's a great place to sign up and get started.
Love it. I'm just going to quickly show everyone just where that is in Thinkific on my screen here. Sure. So those of you that are using Thinkific, and by the way, this isn't just for Thinkific, as John said, this works whether you're using Kajabi, Teachable, any of the other online platforms as well. But just for those of you who are using Thinkific, basically to get the Wizebank app onto your account, you simply log into your main dashboard, and on the left-hand side, you've got the apps section. You'll see over on the top right-hand side of your screen, there's a big blue button that says visit the App Store. You click on that, and it will then take you into the setup instructions, and there's a little demo video that shows you how to connect Wizebank to your own Thinkific account right there. So there we go. Oh, hang on. Did I even share my screen then? Was that sharing?
I don't know. I think I might have been still on sharing.
Oh, there we go. Well, I'll see if that worked. Did that work? Can you see that screen there? Or is it still showing yours?
I see it. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, that's cool. I think it did work. That's good. So yeah, over there, click on apps, click on visit App Store, and boom, there's some instructions to integrate it there. So I'll remove myself and allow you to go back in and screen share there, John, just to play us a few more little tips.
Absolutely. I think this should work.
Yeah, there we go.
We're good. Amazing. Yeah. So finishing off the overview dash here, we went through the revenue, we went through total subscribers, the conversion rate, the purchase funnel, and of course we have customers. And like I mentioned before, because we have Stripe and PayPal, we are covering all avenues in which you can monetize. So here it's a rolled up version of all your customers. And we can see, for example, on June 1st, in this example, we had 91 customers. 7 of those were returning customers. These were people that had purchased from us before that are now making a subsequent purchase. This is something that we're finding a lot of people, a lot of course creators are tracking as they roll out more courses, as they roll out more products, because if they're delivering exceptional learning experiences the first time, delivering value and impact for their clients, then the likelihood of them having repeat purchases down the line with new products and new programs, there's a high likelihood. And that just signals the overall value of the offering that your customers kind of have in the business. So this is, again,
so that would be pretty good for people that have got membership subscriptions and membership programs for their courses. Yeah,
exactly. So even in the customer dashboard, this is the same chart you guys just saw, but we can even go into and see the repeat purchase rate and what that looks like over time. Again, with its own benchmark, and same thing for lifetime value, which is really important for membership and subscription businesses to understand what is the value of a customer. So if I'm using let's say paid marketing, I'm using paid search and social on Facebook, Google. Lifetime value is a really important metric for me to understand, because that is an investment that I'm making in a client to join. And then having confidence that person will have value over a period of time after that initial purchase. So that's really important for people.
That really is. And I love that, because, you know, a lot of people, especially when they're first starting out, you know, it is scary to make those first sort of investments, to lay out whatever that little bit of cash that's in your startup fund. You know, and when you can see there that your average customer is going to, you know, bring you in maybe $700, for instance, you know, all of a sudden spending $11 per click on an ad is very, very affordable indeed. You know, you're turning $11 into $700 over time. Now it becomes, you know, that confidence in your business, that confidence in being able to make those investments is based on data, and it's much easier for you to sit down and make those decisions. So that's, I love it. Really cool.
Exactly. I know we kind of skipped ahead to the customer's dash. I just thought it would be helpful to kind of put that into context given the conversation we had, but very similar to the previous dashboards here. These are cards that you can kind of jump into. So we talked about the repeat purchase rate. I can actually go and click in here and I can look at the purchase rate over time. So I can see that, you know, it's kind of been declining since about 21% all the way down to where we are kind of currently over the year, which is 13%, 14%. Maybe this is something that signals to us, you know, we should start thinking about, why is this the case? Why are people getting value out of our offering and our programs? And that's another way that we can signal to people, like, this might be an area where you should start to double down on to understand how you can deliver more value and impact to your clients. And within the customer dashboard, again, you can change. So we have lifetime value, and you can click in there and you can go and see how that has been evolving over time as well. We have a date picker on the top right-hand side. So you can, right now we are doing 2020, so last year, but we have presets as well for last 7 days, last 30 days, all the way to all time. So being able to check all those numbers that are relevant for you, or you can just use the date picker itself for a very specific week or time frame that matters to you and your business. So beyond the customer dashboard, we of course have our revenue dashboard. You guys saw the revenue chart here, but similar to the customer dashboard, we have a few other revenue specific metrics. One is the average order value. So you can think about this like the average kind of checkout. So a customer goes, what's the average price of the programs or the courses or products that they purchased at that point in time? We have refunds that are coming from the payment processor. So you have your gross revenue, which is at the top here. And that's what, you know, the sticker price of your courses and programs. But then you have refunds, the occasional refund here and there. We're tracking all of that for you so that you can know your net revenue. Net revenue is really the take-home pay, the cash in your pocket after taking into account refunds and payment processing fees from the processors, from Stripe and PayPal. And you can, again, click into this and understand how that's been trending over time, where have the spikes been for refunds, and kind of doubling down there, very similar to the customer dash.
Yeah, great information. I love that net amount at the end. Really good.
Yes, exactly. And this is a conversion dash. This is the one that our users love. They seem to get a lot of value out of this. And this is all around the conversion rate. So we can see the overall conversion rate we kind of talked about before, kind of in that 2.26% range. This is the purchase funnel that you guys saw previously in the overview dash. But going down, we have the conversion rate that we can click into as well, but also the email opt-in rate. This is the percentage of unique website visitors that actually leave us their email address. They become a lead in our email marketing platform. And obviously, this is an important metric for us if we're building out a lot of content, driving traffic to content, and trying to build up our leads so that we can nurture those relationships to eventually take them to a sales page or get them to purchase something that is relevant for them at a specific point in time. And this is all to get a sense on the conversion rates at a high level. One of the things that I will say is that over time, one of the things that we do plan to have in place is being very specific on where you're tracking conversions. So right now we're showing a high level view on your overall conversion rate, your overall email opt-in rate. But because we already have access to the data that's coming from the email marketing side, Google Analytics website traffic, one of the big improvements that we're going to be making over the next few months is being able to build out your own custom funnels, planning your funnels, measuring your funnels, and then optimizing it all through Wizebank. So that means you're tracking a specific landing page to an email lead and seeing how that email lead actually becomes a customer at some point in the future. These are all things that you're going to be able to do with Wizebank in the very near future.
Very exciting stuff. Now, if obviously you've shown us there how we can add Wizebank or connect it to our Thinkific accounts, or obviously if you've got the Kachabis or the other LMS platforms, it would be a very similar process. In regards to adding to our website, is once we've created our Wizebank account, will we just have like an API key, API code that we then slot into the footer of our site, or how do we put it into actual websites like WordPress?
For capturing the data, is that what you're referring to, Sarah?
Yeah.
So the amazing thing about Wizebank at this point is that there is no snippet or code that you have to put into your landing pages and your website builders and anything like that. The way that it works is that we provide one-click integrations with all of these systems that we just talked about. So with Thinkific, we have it here. We have your payment processors, your email marketing, Google Analytics. Everything is done in here. And from there, we're able to do it. So there's no additional configuration that happens besides hooking up your specific integrations within Wizebank. Once it's synced, then everything is good to go from there. And everything you need to know about your course business is in Wizebank. And that's really, really it. So you have the upfront integrations, but then that's really it. And you're off to the races from there.
Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, we just had someone saying they've managed to do it successfully. That's fantastic. Very good.
Amazing. So that really is Wizebank today at a very high level. But obviously, Sarah, I'm more than happy to dive into any specifics or answer any questions that you think would be interesting for your audience.
Absolutely love it. John, that was really, really helpful. My mind is blown in the most fantastic way. And the fact I get to get more numbers and less places to have to go and look for them all and gather them together. I've actually just seen the acting CEO of my business has just been commenting on the thread today. She's very happy. She's not going to have to go and look in 1,000 places.
Amazing. Yeah, that's great to hear. I love to hear that.
That's good. Look, it's absolutely amazing. And those of you guys listening who want to grab this, you can go to wizebank.co. That's WIZE bank.co. And you can reach out to John and his team there if you want to ask any questions or get any support. Is there anything else you'd like us to leave us with in terms of how people can contact you or anything like that, John?
No, I think that's great. I think the website is the best place to go. And if any of you guys want to get help getting set up or anything like that, you're also welcome to email me directly at John, John, at wizebank.co, and we can definitely help you get set up and get tracking with Wizebank.
Absolutely love it. I really appreciate that, John. Kudos to you and the team for putting together such an amazing tool, and I know you've got some massive plans for it and lots of other tools in the future for course creators. As one myself, really appreciate it. And anyone else, if you're thinking about creating your own online courses, you're in the process, getting a bit lost, need some accountability, I have a completely free of charge course creation starter kit. The link is in the screen below, sarahcorden.com/starter kit, and that will help you get started with your very own online course. And don't forget to then log into Thinkific and grab your Wizebank integration and chew it on those numbers, because numbers equal success. John, thank you so much, and I look forward.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you, Sarah. Really appreciate it. Have a great evening.
Bye.